I don't have photographic memory. I had used to write everything down. So anyway, Padma Sambhava and this Trisandeshi got together, and Padma Sambhava said, "Well, I don't think I should do this." I said, I think one of your Tibetan people should do this. And I says, he said, women are more powerful than men, so I need a Tibetan woman. And the king said, I got a whole court of them. Here's my wives, pick one. He said, oh, okay, I'll take that one. Her name was Yeshi, so you know. So you're a young girl, come with me. See you later, king. We'll be back in 3 years. Then they came back to the court, and the king says, now what? And he says, well, bring all your shamans. The most powerful ones, bring them all here. So the king gathered them all together. He says, there's a new program now. No more animal human sacrifice. Okay? This girl is going to show you a way to get your rain without having to kill your wives and sweethearts and kids and horses and so, yeah. No more of that. And so, but you have to kill her. Attack her. Show your power. Take her out. Because she's going to take yours away if you don't. Well, anyway, after a few days of that, flowers coming, everything, they couldn't hurt her. Couldn't do anything. So he says, this is your first Tibetan Lama. Lama, Honorable Mother. You listen to her and she's going to give you the program how to get your rain and no more animal human sacrifice. And that's how Tibetan Buddhism spread through Tibet and all the kingdoms around. Okay? So the first one was a Lama. Oh, so why are these guys running the show? Well, they need help too. So this is Padma Sambhava and Yeshe Sogyo in sexual union. Okay, and to portray sexual union to a lot of people, they go, ooh. But actually, no sexual union, no human. Yes, it's desired, but it can be controlled. So this is the practice we're going to do today. How to be Padma Sambhava and Yeshe Sogyo. And it's not a big deal. Because if you bring these two into your presence, your power goes off the charts. Okay? So that's to feed with your development of loving kindness and your compassion and your personal abilities. All of us have special qualities. Each one of us different, but we're equal. And because we all have these special qualities, Padma Sambhava, Yeshe Sogyo, they have 32 major and 80 minor qualities fully developed. They want you to have them. See? So that's the purpose of the practice. And if it works, okay. If it doesn't work, okay. And how did they do this? Well, they said, Padma Sambhava says, very simple. You like meat here in Tibet. You have to eat meat because vegetables don't grow. So you have to eat your animals. No more eating each other. No more cannibalism. Okay? Put some meat out as an offering to the spirit. And you make barley beer from your food. Chong, it's called chong, means bliss. Put a bowl of that out. Offer those two things to the spirit. Then make your prayer for whatever you need to survive. Rain, food, more of this, more of that, whatever. See what happens. They got their barley crop. The spirit says, okay, you want rain, all right, here you go. Tell us when to shut it off. So I'm a gardener. And so I want to tell you, these two characters make my gardening so easy. It's unbelievable. I have an orchard around my house, vegetable gardens going off like crazy. I'm packing in organic fertilizer from a big operation up on the hill, truckloads. And I got to get out of the way. I got my whole neighborhood. I'm spreading this stuff around the neighborhood. Oh, here, have avocados. Oh, here, have jabons. Oh, here, have limes. Whatever is always going on. The spirits come and say, hey, turn on the sprinkler. We're in a drought. Okay, water over here. I'm getting these things in my head. I'm looking around. Who's talking to me? It's really weird. Well, that's shamanism. See, shamanism is, Christians, they use Jesus, Mary, and Joseph. Well, that's good. I was raised that way. That worked. Very powerful. So everybody has their own connection to the spirit world. But the spirit, that's here because Lama Rinpoche said, use the spirits that are already here. You were out here tripping on your pot and your LSD and you saw the night walkers coming through here. Call them in. And then there was a lady living next door. She was a local kahuna. She and I got together and she says, yeah, you should just come around here at night, see what happens. I didn't have to go to the movies.
In the theme of shamanism, there's the idea, and I think we could all use a little clarification.
Huh?
And is that it can lead into a sense of dualism between you and the other energies, like another thing on
That's right.
So could you expound on that?
Well, all right, dualistic fixation is, he's asking this question, because in Hinduism, the word Hinayana, we're talking about Hindu, because I was a Hindu, okay? Shivite, probably too powerful, but anyway. Hinduism, I, me, mine. I'm going to heaven as Shiva, Indra, Brahma, Vishnu. You've got all kinds of characters. Okay. But that idea is good. You want to move out of the human condition and go to heaven, but they say it's permanent. Nothing is permanent. Eventually, the energy of what you're developing in that tradition fades. Then you slowly regress back into the conditional world of lesser opportunities. So the Buddha came along and says, your Hinduism is okay, but this I, me, mine stuff and saying it's permanent is not true. He would debate with the Hindu. Okay. And he said, all you have to do is tweak it a little bit. Make it a we thing. Okay? And I have a lot of Hindu students that have a lot of problem with that because they're already in a really nice situation. Everything's like heavenly. Nice wife, nice family, nice everything from their practice, which is what I experienced practicing Hindu. When I went to the Lama says to me, well, now you have a choice. You can make it an I thing or a we thing. If it's an I thing, you're going to go to heaven. You'll be stuck in conditioned existence because that fades out and you're back in the soup again. Or it can be a bodhisattva. I says, well, I've already taken refuge. How long does this bodhisattva thing is? He says, what do you mean? There's no time in bodhisattva training school. It's like the sky. It's there, but no end in sight. And my wife said it's like Mr. Toad's ride to nowhere in particular. Disneyland. Yeah. That's her idea. She's a character. But that's the difference. Okay? And so my Hindu students they're already locked in and they're doing well and they say, well, why should I get into the we thing? I said, well, it worked for me. See? If it works, okay. If it doesn't work, well, it's like vitamins. It's a supplement. Yeah. And I like it because it's infinite. You're in the energy field of infinite. You're not locked in by all these mind things. Yeah. You broke out of that bubble. And the stupa is not my doing. I don't go out and say, well, you got to bring a stupa here. Mama Rinpoche did that. So you get out of the way and let it, Interesting enough, I watch the news 4 or 5 minutes every day, YouTube. I click through all the channels. About 2 weeks ago, Brzezinski, the head of the Ukraine, is on YouTube with a Lama sitting next to him, and he's got the kata around his neck. And I caption it, he gets together with teacher. Wow, those Russians are in for big trouble. I mean, that's his big gun. And as soon as I saw that, then about 3 times a day I click on the news, and it started to change really fast. It was all going one way, blowing the hell out of everything and everybody. 2 weeks ago, less. And weapons from all over the world pouring in, the worst kind of weapons. Making everything obsolete, making tanks obsolete, making airborne obsolete. And it's not going to stop. And so Putin, this person running the show for we call him the bad guy, he's my best friend. Yay! Because you're such an asshole, thank you. Because I would really judge you as a hell being or something. I can watch the news without coming away with an icky feeling.
So the way out of dualism is through inclusion.
Yeah. He's our friend. So that's politics. But when you do the practice, don't be a politician. Don't be anything. Just be who you are. Kind, considerate, happy, move around, free. You're already liberated. Okay, so open this to the first page. We're going to do this elemental practice to start. Okay? And on the first page it says shower of blessings. A yoga based on the 7-line prayer of Padma Sambhava. But to understand that, I think the Dakini energies, we should do it like I was taught. Pick an element.
Fire.
Oh, good one. My favorite. Shiva. Fire. Warmth. Keeps us warm, doesn't it? Okay, so when you take the fire element as a healing element, the other 5 are connected. You can't separate. But for healing purposes, symptomatic application, which is what all the medicines of the world are about, a symptomatic application means these 5 are working, but this one is stressed. And how is it stressed, and how you're applying the healing energy of the herbs or the food or your exercise or whatever, your yoga, symptomatically to the dis-ease. It can be physical, mental, emotional, or spiritual. So when you use the fire energy, that's your own internal psychic thing going on from these 2 glands, pituitary and pineal. One works with the space and the other works with the light. Starts to secrete energy through hormones like through your nadis, through your light channel. And they just said we have 84,000 of these running all through our body like your vein. And that's what this does. And it does it in varying degrees for varying people because everybody has their own situation. But it works. And I have a group in Canada that sell this on the net, and they're making millions. I didn't tell them to do that. They took this and ran with it. Okay? And then to make matters even weirder, they used it in sexual energy program, which is not exactly what the lamas teach. But I said, well, I'll get out of the way and we'll see how it goes. Because you're dealing with a group of people that have been really, really harmed. Mostly women. Abused as children and all that kind of thing. So that's working. So I'm leaving it alone. Let that go. But it works. And if it's working, who can say? Don't judge. Because there'd be maybe there's no other way of dealing with those situations. I don't know. Okay? Back straight. Standing, sitting, laying down. Back straight. Head comfortable. Loose on your shoulders, a little bit forward maybe. You want this central channel of energy lined up. Eyes open. Soften your gaze to the space in front. You don't have to be like this. That's too much. Just right here. Mouth closed if you can, with breathing through the nose. Hands in a comfortable position on the knees or in the lap. Bring your awareness, your focus, to your breath. As you inhale, your diaphragm expands, so you're breathing down into that area. Exhale, contracts. Just do that for a moment or two. Then we're going to bring the imagination into this relaxed state of awareness we call yoga or meditation. And as you inhale, imagine white light filling your lungs, the energy of the air. The middle breath is the absorption breath of that energy passing through every cell in your body. Visualize that as a flashing of red light right through your form, down to your toes. Combine those two energies and exhale blue light out your nose as a healing breath to whatever sentient beings need throughout infinite space. Again, inhale white light, fill your lungs. The absorption breath, red light flashing through your body. Both together, this code is blue light out the nose as healing energy to all beings throughout space. Count 21 of those breaths to yourself. Inhale, exhale. 1. White, red, blue. Whatever your breathing speed was when you reach 21, take your focus off the breath and contain the three lights. Bring them together, white, red, and blue, into a tiny particle and imagine it to center in the center of your chest in the central channel. You're creating a bindu. Tibetans call it a tigli or chakra. The moment you do this, you're connecting to the infinite light of boundless space, which is called the all ground. For a few moments, just relax. No meditation. Be present. Entertain space. Then from that dimension, with your imagination, again form the particle in your heart center and expand it to a tiny sphere of clear light, smaller than your thumbnail, right in the center of your heart chakra. Now entering into this three-dimensional world, grow that tiny sphere of clear light until it forms this four-sided pyramid with a base made of light about the size of your thumbnail in your heart chakra. Label it fire. Imagine that small pyramid to move out in front of your body and up in front of your eyes, about 2 feet in front. Keeping your imagination and your focus together, imagine that to grow into a large pyramid about the size of this pagoda, with your form just as you are inside. Then share the healing energy that you are psychically producing by imagining this to grow in size to completely enclose this island of Kawa'i and surrounding ocean inside. The next step expanded in size to completely enclose Mother Earth, including her atmosphere. Then expanded in size to completely enclose this solar system, billions of miles in every direction, inside this red symbol of fire. expanded in size to completely enclose our spiral disc-shaped galaxy. Then move beyond the bounds of your conceptual mind and merge it with boundless space. No meditation. Relax. Be present in space. And return from that dimension of being and again invent the pyramid to enclose the galaxy. Then reduce it in size to just enclosing the solar system. Smaller and smaller to just enclosing Mother Earth. Then smaller to just enclosing the area where you're doing your practice, about 50 miles in diameter. That's your neighborhood. Then bring all that healing energy to again enclose your physical form inside the red pyramid labeled fire. To finish your practice, bring your awareness to in front of your eyes and place the pyramid there. To its original small size. Then drop it to chest level and bring it into your heart chakra. The source of all warmth. Reduce it in size to a small particle of light and connect that to the infinite light of boundless space and relax, no meditation. Just be present. And since we're in Bodhisattva training, bring your hands together in front of your heart chakra. And dedicate the results of this practice to all beings, that they be as fortunate as you. That's it. There are a lot of effects from this practice. But people don't know that the imagination has to work in yoga, any form of yoga. The mind and the body got to be in sync. And so the mind wants to be the boss. So, okay, you want to be the boss? Imagine what kind of boss you want to be. Yeah? Open, clear, naked, present, aware, intelligent. Yeah. Intelligence is learned. The human race is smart, but not much intelligence. So now Share that. That's what the practice is. Extend it. You know? No limit. That little awareness point on the top of the stupa, pointing to the sky. Well, you went to the sky just now. How does it feel? Yeah. That's out there. Trippy. It's supposed to be trippy. You know, you don't have to take the psychedelic drugs anymore to do that. Okay? That stuff wears off. It just sticks. Kawa'i Rinpoche, my root Lama, 1977 till now. Imagination. Work. Power. How does it feel? Power. You can do whatever you want. That's power. See? But you gotta have some idea of sharing it. You know? This kind of power is for everybody. This kind of power is for the environment, which greatly needs it nowadays. You know? So when we say power, we bring in some aspect of power. That's what Hinduism, American Indianism, Hawaiianism, all the tribes of the planet, they've been doing this to survive. They all have their symbols. I was raised in Seattle, so my dad was a doctor, so most of my influence was his patients, the American Indian tribes around that area. And they used to dump me with the Indians. We're going on vacation. You're going to hang with these guys. Take care of this brat. Do you know what it's like for a white kid to be stuck in a tribe? Boy, you learn survival skills fast. I learned how to run. And that may be my first Indian name was Running Deer. Anyway, home. Okay, now the seed syllable of that home is right above the word. That seed syllable is a stacked mantra sound of the 5 elements and the 5 wisdoms together. And it means infinite healing applied to any situation. Home. And it's the color of the sky in whatever shade you like. So when you say home, the spirits say, what? Huh? You get their attention. Okay. Oh, yeah, you get their attention with that. Oh, well, that's been around a long time. But whom? Now you're talking about their problem. See? Because believe me, the spirits have infinite problems. So we're going to say that word 10 times. This is Padma Sambhava's teaching to Yeshe Selga, his girlfriend. The first 3 is for your body, speech, and mind. So think the hung is in your heart center. Then comes out your mouth 3 times. Now your body, speech, and mind are together. Now you want the qualities, best qualities to come out. So we say it 4 more times. 1 for the body, speech, and mind, and all 4 together. Then 3 times means now it permeates the universe, called the Dharmakaya, the Dharma vehicle, everywhere. Then the apparitions of the Dharma, the deities, everywhere. Then those together in you and your teachers, everywhere. Dharmakaya, Sambhogakaya, Nirmanakaya. 3 times. Good. Read. On the northwest border of the country of Oregon, on the pollen heart of a lotus, you attain marvelous and most excellent cities. You can say this with me. Renowned as the lotus born, you are surrounded by a vast retinue of Dakinis. As I practice following in your footsteps, I pray you approach to confer blessing. Om Guru Pema, bestow blessings upon me. So you just think that this Buddha is now you. You know, you can have him here above your head. Be Padma Sambhava. You know, it works if they're here and here, but if you become the symbol, wow, that hung in your heart center, and then all the Dakinis fill space around you like clouds. And then you let them do all the work. Oh, I got a garden plot out here. I need to take a... Could you take that? Oh, I got a character in Russia going off. Could you take care of that? See? Dakini energy. Imagination. That's what he did. And it worked for him. That's been many, many years ago. Still working. These guys' characters don't go away. I'm going to read this in Sanskrit. Om Organ Yogi Dusha Cha Pema Gesor Don Pola Yajin Shoki Jugyerne Pema June Jesu Jak Kordu Kandro Mongpo Kor Keki Jesu Dam Chuki Jingi Lo Shur Jesu So Guru Padma Siddhi Sanskrit is how all the Buddhist teachings have spread around the world. The next part of this is to bring the Dakini, Yeshe Sorgel, into your practice. So that's this page. Dharmadhatu means the energy of everything. Kunto Zongmo means that is the ultimate mother of wisdom, kindness, all of that. Mother of all the victorious ones, kindest soul mother who protects all people, including the Tibetans. Bestower of most excellent cities, that means accomplishments. Sovereign of the Dakinis of supreme bliss. You, Yeshe Sorgel, at your lotus feet I pray. Confer your blessings which pacify inner, outer, and secret obstacles, and stabilize the longevity of our gurus. Confer your blessing that pacify this area of disease, hunger, and warfare. Confer your blessings which pacify sorcery, hexes, and curses. That I have to deal with all the time. That one, night and day. Confer your blessings which increase longevity, splendor, and transcendental knowledge. And confer your blessing which spontaneously accomplishes all our, and I'm going to put the word in, appropriate wishes. This prayer was presented by the 15th Karmapa, Gab Dorje. So now, here we are in sexual union. Or she can be sitting in front of you, or she can be above your head. But when she comes, she brings all the Dakinis, not just the ones we're imagining with these practices, but the heavenly Dakini, the earthly, worldly Dakini. You get it? The elemental Dakini. You know? In the earth, in the air, in the water, in the fire. Those 5 level Dakinis all together. That's how powerful you girls are. Okay? Hi. Okay, next page. Now we got that going. Now we make a powerful prayer. Oceans of the 3 roots, that's the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Sangha, gather like clouds as their retinue. They gaze upon me, bringing down a shower of blessings and compassion. To this form of deathless, pristine awareness becomes the essence of all victorious ones. I now offer prostrations with faith and intense and powerful yearning. My body, wealth, and enjoyment, and all virtues gathered in the 3 times. I offer all of this in the manner of Sumatra Bhadra's infinite clouds of offerings. I confess without exception all harmful actions and failings accumulated through beginning this time without beginning. Of the qualities of the victorious ones and their heirs, you are the sovereign lords and goddess. Lord, protectors, in your example, I rejoice from my heart. To you I pray with faith, beseeching you to bring down a great rain of profound and vast Dharma. Amazing all virtuous qualities of my own and others, I will, for as long as countless realms of beings continue, follow in the wake of your example, Lord Protector. I dedicate all this to the guidance of beings throughout space. Great treasure of wisdom and unconditional love, in whom all sources of refuge converge, most excellent and precious refuge in these corrupt and evil times. I am afflicted by the spread of the 5 degenerations, and I pray to you with great longing. Recall your child with love. Summon forth the dynamic compassion from the vastness of your enlightened intentions, and grant your blessing to my devoted heart. I swiftly pray now to show signs and indications, and confer the most excellent and ordinary cities. Home. Say that. Home. On the northwest border of this country of Oregon, in the pollen heart of the lotus, marvelous in the perfection of your attainment, you are known as the lotus born. You are surrounded by a circle of infinite Dakini. By following in your footsteps, I pray that you come to confer your blessings, Guru, Padma, Siddhi, Om. Now we say the blessing mantra. Now, if you're being this deity, either the male or the female, or both together in union, the mantra is coming from your heart chakra. And the hung is already established as the purpose, the healing energy for everybody. Then the mantra, as you say, circles the hung, and its letters face outward. And when you say the mantra, it starts to move clockwise. That's called the action of the mantra. And as it circles, both the hung and the mantra sound with your voice starts to spread through your form and blasts outward like the sun's energy does to the solar system. If you can imagine that, say the mantra. Om, ah, hum. That's your body, speech, and mind. Om, ah, hum. Vajra, Guru, Padma, Siddhi, hum. Om Ahum Vajraguru Padma Siddhi 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 Om. Now that's how they say it in India. This is how they say it in Tibet. Om Ahum Vajraguru Pema Siddhi Om Ahum Vajraguru Pema. Padma or Pema means lotus. Siddhi Om Ahum Vajraguru Pema 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 Siddhi Om. Then take your hands and put them in front of your heart chakra. Spread them. And when you bring them together, say, pay.
Hey!
But the soak offering is to bring that female energy, okay? The cause of life, the support of life. Spread it. Imagine it. Goes to this person, that person, that person. This situation, that situation, that situation. I mean, what can we do? You know? You try to change the world, you're going to might lose your life for it. This is called the noble vase of glory. And this is when you do a soak offering. But, you know that first prayer that you said, that going back here, they call it the 7-line prayer. If you just say this 7-line prayer, it's infinitely powerful. Because by doing that, you brought those actual beings into your situation. Just this prayer. So, Dakini energy, I have a problem with Sasha. It's for my family, okay? Because I trained them. But they decided to be witches and all kinds of weird shit.
Does that mean you wouldn't use the tongue line on that energy?
Sure.
And so if it's all into the void.
Well, they can go into the sky.
Void.
See, they can go to the void. Or they can go back where they came from. You know, like you get around certain people, you can feel their baggage.
Oh yeah.
Their dark energy. And it's not nice. And some of that will glom onto you, or you got to take a shower. You got to clean that off. So we use special, what we call skillful means. That's shamanism, skillful means. Okay, so we do the skillful means, but in reality, it's not there. It's an illusion. Mind invented, egotistic illusion. Keep that up in front. Then play with your programs of wooji. Walk around the stupa and stuff.
Yeah.
Immense, powerful program of lamas with all this wooji stuff that they did in Tibet and other countries. And now they're teaching us, I'll call it white people, outsiders, they're tricks. And they're on the web. I got one on YouTube. How you two doing there in Hawaii? He's a Haole Lama in Czechoslovakia. I said, well, do you know any tricks about sorcery? He said, yeah, I got a couple mantras. Try these out. And then he shows the image of the deity on the YouTube. Try this one with this mantra. See what you get. Ooh. Thank you very much. That worked. It's nothing. Keep that one. It's nothing. It's penetrating. My role hero. Is that how you say it? You always have one. I have one. Milarepa is our lineage. He was a nobody. He was a shaman by birth. Black shaman. Learned tricks from the lamas. Killed people. Okay? Then he went, finally one lama gets older and said, you got really bad karma, kid. You better go see Marpa. So he goes to Marpa, and Marpa said, get the hell out of here. I don't deal with your kind. But then finally he took him in, trained him, 13 years training. Then he said, now go back up in the mountains. I don't want to see you anymore. He wasn't a monk. He wasn't a householder. He just had problems. So we all, and then he became a lineage master. Many people went up there and got teachings from him and so forth. But he used to run around naked. All he had was a little piece of cotton on his stocking. Keep his penis warm. Sometimes he put on a cotton. Cotton's the worst thing you want to wear in freezing cold weather. Okay. And he just wandered around in the hills around Nepal, Bhutan, Sikkim. He lived about 80 years. But good example. Okay, I'm a character like that. I'll take him as my role model. Hey, Milarepa, you and me, right? Like that. Om Ahum Guru Milarepa Siddhi Hum Pe. And then he has his mantra. Om Ah Laughing Vajra Hum. Kasa Vajra in Tibet. Om Ah Laughing Vajra Hum. Laughing Vajra. Because he's always laughing. And he's always singing songs. 100,000 songs. There's actually a book about this thing. Of Milarepa. How people could memorize all that, I don't know. But yeah, this is how you finish this practice. Okay. Okay, so together.
11.
Home from all, a skull cup equal to the Dharma Dhatu of space. From Om, all the sense punchers of this world of phenomenal experience arranged within this soak offering. With whom, these are the play of the priestly wisdom of supreme bliss. And with Hri, the host of Dakinis of the three roots are delighted and fulfilled. Bless this. Om Ah Hum Hri. Om Ah Hum Hri. Om Ah Hum Hri. Okay, so that everything that you think is desirable is in this offering. Just by imagination, it works. But if you can actually put out a little sake and some hamburger, it works a lot better. And then throw that outside at the end of the day. We buy 2 gallons of sake at a time. Hung on the northwest border of the country of Oregon, in the pollen heart of a lotus, you attain marvelous and most excellent siddhi. Siddhi means accomplish. Renowned as the lotus born. You are surrounded by a vast offering of Dakinis. I practice following in your footsteps. and invite you to this feast of sense pleasures. I pray you approach to confer blessings, send down your blessings to this excellent place, and transform all of these offerings into the bliss amrita of pristine awareness. Pristine awareness means intelligent awareness. You know, you're coming from the heart all the time instead of the head. Intelligent. It works. You know, and don't look for an end to that. Right? More, they just dump it into you after a while. Like, Om, middle of the page. Om Lama Jetsun Pema Toro Tuang Sel, confer your host of knowledge holders and Dakinis, to this mandala of the victorious ones, in whom the three roots and three roots of Tantra all converge. I pray with devotion and intense yearning. My three doors of body, speech, and mind, gathering virtue and enjoyments of wealth and those of others. This world of phenomenal experience, all manner of delightful sense pleasures, with nothing incomplete or left out. All this I offer as Samantrabhata's infinite offering feast of supreme bliss. Lovingly accept with delight, may fulfill the sacred bond. Guru Rinpoche, I beseech you. That's what he's called, Guru Rinpoche. Rinpoche means precious or Buddha. You host of knowledge holders and sky dancers, grant your blessings. Dakinis are translated into sky dancers. Grant the most excellent and ordinary cities to your devoted child. I pray purify all impairments and breaches of my Samaya commitment. Liberate outer and inner and secret obstacles into basic space. I like that one.
There you go.
Poof. We use the word pay. Until my complete awakening, hold me inseparable from you. May longevity, merit, meditative experience, and realization increase like the waxing moon. Grant your blessing for the spontaneous fulfillment of all my appropriate wishes. Om Ahum Vajraguru Pema Siddhi Om. 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 Vajraguru Pema Siddhi Om. Om Ahum 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 Vajraguru Pema Siddhi Om. Hey!
Hey.
Hey.
Hey!
Hey.
That clears all the voodoo stuff. Then we finish. Ho means voidness. Om Ahum Ho. Om Ahum Ho. Om Ahum Ho. Assembled deities of the three roots. Three roots is the Lama, the deities, and the protectors of Tantra. I invite you to this soak. Approach now. I confer outer, inner, and secret. Offer outer, inner, and secret assembled feet offering a supreme bliss. I confess and acknowledge all impairments and breaches in my samaya commitment. Liberate enemies and hindrances caused by dualistic clinging into basic space of the Dharma Dhatu. You like that one. Fulfill the sacred bond of supreme blissful equanimity. Equanimity means no attachment, no aversion, no pride, no jealousy, no ignorance. Those are the 5. And from each of these 5, 24,000 varieties. Well, that's a lot of obstacles. So then this hand, Om, Ah, Hom, Kam, Ri, Ram, Nam, Bam, Yam, Mam. Together. Equal. Can't have one without the other. I pray that most excellent and ordinary cities or accomplishments now be available. This was composed by Jamyam Georgi and used for offerings of accumulating through numbers of repetitions of the mantra. Then we'll go to the last page. Beginning with Kunto Zangpo, the great Dorje Chang. Dorje Chang means indestructible bliss, like Saki. No. Down to my kindest root Lama. Whatever aspirations they have made to benefit beings, may I accomplish them all. That's it. So very powerful. And the reason that we use this text, I print these up 10 at a time, is because people want the wrathful offering. They want Mahakala. They want Dorje, we call it Vajrayogini. They want all these wrathful deities. But it's the peaceful Lama practices where the wrathful deities activate. So if you don't have the foundation of good practice and the guidance of a teacher, not much effect. So when we say wrathful or protector deity, we're talking about not just one, but an assembly, complete with all their seed syllables and mantras and all this special wooji stuff. And we perform that kind of ceremonies here in big tents. We bring all the lamas and all the people on Kawa'i who are interested to come here and do this with us for 3, 4, 5 days, depending on the situation. Now, the last 2 years we weren't able to do that because of the viruses and so forth. But at the same time, all the lamas went into retreat. They said, they told me, you do the same, wait, this will go away. Everything appears, disappears. The aspect of your own mind is clarity. Clear. No judgment. Yeah. If it works, okay. If it doesn't work, okay. If I can do it, I'll do it. If I can't do it, I can't do it. I tell you I can't do it. Be open. That goes with the clarity. Open to what? Open to all possibilities. It's right here. Comes out here. But it starts up here. So your foot of meditation is voidness. Okay? The head of meditation is devotion to the source of this inspirational programs that are being activated all over the planet. That's the head of devotion, respect for that. The heart of meditation is actual practice of being kind, considerate, loving. See all beings as your children, or your mothers if you want. Some people can't handle children. My own included. Everything's constantly changing. You have impermanence. Okay? Next breath, next life, you don't know which comes first. Be ready. Now. Impermanent. Then karma. You don't know all the shit you did in past life you brought to this life. Deal with it. Fix it. Purify. Karma. Not just with yourself, with others. Number 3, conditioned existence. Your mother brought you into the womb in a state of conditioned existence. And from that moment to when you come out of that womb, everybody's conditioning you. Everybody's laying their idea of how you should be. Right? After a while, you got to take charge. You got to take charge of your mind, your life. You got to be the boss. And fearless. And okay, your practice doesn't go well, you just keep going. Talk to the Lama, do your prayers, make commands. That's how it works. Trust, faith. Not blind faith, not like dogmatic faith. Faith based on your heart. Infinite connection to everybody else. What these spheres are Buddha energy field. Head, throat, heart, navel, sex chakra. So if you want to be with those 5 lights lit up, imagine them to be inside. When the Lama transmits the Dharma to you today, white light from my forehead went into your forehead. That's to be the deity. Permission. Red light from my throat went into your throat. That's to say the mantra with good result. And the seed level. Then red light from my heart chakra, blue light from my heart chakra is the wisdom energy. What is this for? How does it work? Is it okay? Can I do this? All that. Wisdom. And then the Lama melts into you. So each of you are walking around with a Lama Tashi. Splat. Water into water. But that you bring it all together through practice. You can hear what I say, you can think about what I say, you can read it, but you have to do it. You have to be it. Okay? And you don't have to be a Lama, you don't have to be a monk or not. You can be a Milarepa. Be wild, it's okay. You have a precious human body with an extremely valuable connection. You must use it now. Everything's impermanent. You with me? You have karma, you got to use it. Good karma, bad karma, use it. Conditioned existence, everything's changing. Body, speech, mind, emotions, awareness. Okay? Uduchiche Mahalo.